Hi there. Let's talk about the different kinds of mortgages and how that can impact what you can purchase in the Tallahassee area. My name is Abby Flynn. I'm a broker associate with Ketchum Realty Group, and I am happy to be here today. The most common type of mortgage is an FHA mortgage, but let's talk about conventional first. Conventional is kind of the ideal that has the most kind of buying power. Sellers tend to love it because there's a lot fewer hoops for the seller to jump through. The condition of the property is not looked at as hard. However, qualifying for it is a bit more difficult. You need a credit score of at least 700. You need a debt to income ratio below 45%, and you need to have at least 3% down. These are great mortgages. Also, generally because the terms are more favorable to the buyer, you end up paying a little less along the life of the loan. The most common mortgage, however, is the FHA mortgage. You need 3.5% down. These are insured by FHA. They're often sold on the secondary market, and that means they have to conform to a bunch of rules, which means for you, the buyer, that might mean more hoops to jump through in order to qualify for them. They are the most common though, so they tend to be the easiest to qualify for. They will not fund investment properties with an FHA mortgage though. So if you're going to purchase that condo for your kid to live in while they're going to Florida State, you can't use an FHA loan. The next one I want to talk about is a type of FHA loan. It's not as common anymore, but let's say that you're looking in an area and you can't find anything that's move-in ready. FHA, these 203K loans, these FHA loans are designed to help you rehabilitate that property before you move in. Generally, there's a 6-week window where after you close, all the work gets done and it gets paid by the lender. And there's a lot of hoops to jump through. The contractor has to qualify. There's a lot of paperwork that goes into qualifying for what you're going to do to the property after you close on it in order for it to qualify for that loan. They can be a little difficult. Make sure that your realtor is experienced in working with those. We had one on the personal property that we bought. It can be a lot of fun to jump through all those hoops. I know. The next thing I want to talk about is the last two types of loans are the kind of hardest to qualify for, but they are zero down payment. So in the Tallahassee area, the USDA loans are zero down payment, but they're only for properties that are rural. And in the Leon County area, that means outside the capital circle. Most of the outlying counties will qualify. The majority of the counties will qualify for USDA loans. There's income limits to these, and the credit score needs to be at least 640 in order to qualify for them. They do tend to cost a little bit more over the life of the loan because those costs get rolled up instead of you having to pay for them up front. The golden ticket that I want to talk about to you today is all you veterans. You probably already know this. The VA has a loan for you guys. It's zero down payment. The only thing you have to worry about is closing cost. They are only for veterans in active duty and surviving spouses, 0% down. The biggest hurdle that you're going to face though is the property has to qualify. In our area, the biggest hangup that we see for VA loans is the WDO report. You're going to hear your agent say, we need a clear WDO. And what that means is that you've had a termite guy come in and take a look at the property and they have not found any active termites, nor have they found, more common, wood rot on the property. A lot of times, if you're in a competitive bid situation, sellers will look at that because there have been times in our area where the appraisal will come back and they'll need a repair or a qualification for the property in order to meet VA loans. But they are awesome. We've had a buyer recently who bought in the Valley View area. They put $2,500 down as their earnest money deposit. They had a VA loan. We went through the whole process, and at closing, they ended up getting $1,500 back of their binder deposit because everything else ended up being paid for by the loan or by the seller. They were really happy about that. So total out of pocket, they got into their house for about $1,000. It was a success for all of us. If you're moving to the Tallahassee area and you're going to use a VA loan, make sure that you hire a qualified realtor, and we're here to help you. Thanks a lot for listening.